The curtains never opened that morning. The smoke never curled from the chimney. In the small Polish village of Dąbrówka, where people still hang their laundry on lines and church bells mark time better than watches, something felt off. Anya from next door, 9 years old, was the first to notice. She stood outside the Zarembas' home holding a basket of apples, staring at the quiet house. No dog barking, no sound of cartoons from the living room. By noon, the postman knocked. No answer. By 2 o'clock, someone called the police. When they entered the home, the officers stood still for nearly a full minute, shocked into silence. A family of 4 was found murdered in cold blood. Not a drop of chaos, just clinical, quiet execution. Everything in place as if time had stopped mid-scene. As if the killer had paused to appreciate the silence they'd created. And there, on the dining room table, laid carefully beneath a small glass vase of withered flowers, was a 5-year-old family photo. A photo that would unravel everything. The Zarembas were the village's heart. Not glamorous, not rich, but respected. Piotr, a 42-year-old mechanic, ran the only garage in a 30-kilometer radius. He wore grease-stained overalls and hummed 80s rock while fixing tractors and delivery trucks. His wife, Magdalena, 39, taught at the local school. Known for baking poppy seed cakes and helping students write letters to pen pals in Germany. Their children, Bartek and Anya, were good kids. Polite, bright, known for helping their grandfather in the garden, and never missing Sunday. Massachusetts. Bartek had dreams of being a pilot. Anya wanted to be a vet. They lived in a modest house. Red brick, slightly slanted roof, curtains with floral trim. There was no known threat, no debts, no abusive history. Their security was the kind villagers believed in: trust and routine. So when the bodies were found, the parents shot in their bed, the children in theirs, each covered gently with blankets. The village sank into collective grief. Then suspicion, then fear. The forensics team combed the home. No signs of forced entry, no valuables stolen, no fingerprints, no foreign DNA. But they did find the family photo. Old, faded, taken at Lake Biale in 2018. The family smiled, sun-drenched and carefree. But in the far left corner, barely visible between 2 trees, was a man, standing alone, wearing sunglasses and a military-style jacket. Watching them, a forensic analyst enhanced the photo. The insignia on the jacket was faint but recognizable to the right eyes. It was Wagner Group. Enter Detective Agata Nowak, 48, widowed, sharp as flint. Known for her calm but relentless approach to cold cases. She'd once tracked a child trafficker across 4 countries with just a bus ticket and a cafe receipt. But even she hesitated at the Zaremba crime scene. It was too clean, too calculated. Her instincts screamed this wasn't local. The family's electronics were checked. No threatening messages. No signs of paranoia or fear in the weeks leading to the murder. Surveillance footage from a gas station 12 kilometers away showed Piotr laughing with a cashier just 2 days before the murders. Nothing screamed danger, but Nowak went deeper. She dug into Piotr's employment history. And there it was, a small entry in 2014. Donbass, Ukraine, contract engineer, logistics and repair support. A job that lasted 10 months. She tracked down the old company, now dissolved. The owners, missing. The headquarters, burned in a suspicious fire in 2019. But she found one technician, Marek Wojcik, living under a different name in Gdansk. He agreed to meet, nervously. Marek was visibly anxious, hair graying prematurely, hands trembling as he sipped his coffee. "We were hired to fix trucks. But they weren't just trucks," he confessed. "Some were carrying missiles. Others had chemical tags. We were told to keep quiet." Piotr, he started asking questions. Marek said Piotr once found a shipment manifest that listed Russian-backed militias as end users. He took a photo of it, Marek remembered, but never spoke about it again. He was scared, said he was going to report it. I think maybe he did. Back in Poland, Piotr resumed his life, started a family, opened a shop, but someone had remembered. and someone was watching. Nowak began investigating similar murders across Eastern Europe. One case in Moldova, a journalist named Irina Dumitrescu found dead in her car. Her glove compartment contained a photo of her family. In the background, the same man. Another in Latvia, a dockworker found dead in his home. His apartment untouched. Photo on the fridge. Same figure, this time slightly closer. Each victim had past involvement with Ukrainian logistics, journalists, or whistleblowing. Each killed cleanly, silently. No arrests, no suspects. Nowak had a theory. Someone was hunting people who knew too much. And the photo, it wasn't just a memory. It was a mark, like a predator tagging prey. She named him unofficially, the ghost in the frame. Nowak went public with a press release. A fabricated claim that the Zaremba photo had been traced to a Russian military deserter now in custody. It was bait. 3 days later, her office was broken into. Nothing stolen. But her laptop, which had the fake report file, was missing. The next day, she found a small box on her car windshield. Inside, a photograph, her, with her late husband, in Krakow, 15 years ago. In the background, a man watching, the ghost. Interpol got involved. The case hit high alert status in 4 countries. Intelligence officers pieced together dozens of suspicious deaths going back 8 years. The man in the photos was eventually identified as Sasha Volkov, ex-Spetsnaz, transferred to Wagner in 2013, later listed as deceased in action in 2017. Except, he wasn't dead. He was their eraser. A man with no social media, no bank trail, no phone. But always in the shadows. Always near the victims. Marking them years before he struck. Nowak requested protection. But it came too late. One night, someone tried to break into her home. She shot through the door. The figure fled. No trace. She moved, changed her name, but she never stopped. 2 years later, a farmer in southern Germany found a disoriented man wandering the fields. Burn scars on his hands. No ID. Mutters in Russian. It was Volkov. He had suffered an injury from a failed car bomb. He was detained. But before Interpol could get him to The Hague, he was poisoned in custody. Cyanide in his tea. No fingerprints on the cup. Whoever had hired him was still cleaning up. The Zarembas never got justice in court. No names named. No trial. Just silence. But Nowak published a book under a pseudonym. Inside, she included all the photo comparisons. All the timelines. All the whispers of truth buried by politics. It became an underground bestseller in activist circles. And the final image in the book? A blank page with one line. Check your photos. Someone may already be watching. Every year since the Zaremba murders, candles are lit by the gate of their home. Locals leave flowers. Strangers leave pictures. Family portraits, vacation shots, childhood Polaroids. Each one checked and rechecked. And in more than one photo, someone stands just far enough away, always out of focus. Some stories fade with time, but others haunt the edges of every photograph. If the story moved you, if it made you question how far the truth can hide in plain sight, don't let it disappear into silence. Subscribe to this channel for more real stories that dig beneath the headlines. Stories of everyday people and the darkness that changed everything. Hit the bell so you never miss a moment. Share this video not for views, but for awareness. Because someone, somewhere, may still be watching.